This is Kelly from Halotassiva Consulting. Welcome to video 2 of your training. And we finished off last time with talking about this content area on the About page. So we're going to jump right back in there. We'll click on the About Us page. We want this content where the history is. Now this is, like I was saying, this is pretty easy thing to change, just Word. I showed you that before. Now the only things that are complicated in here at all are these links. Alright? So the way this works, so we have the College of Veterinary Medicine, Iowa State. If we want to break that link, we would click this, and if we click this remove link, it would just go away, and we wouldn't be able to get back. But if we want to see it, so we're going to insert this link. I'm just going to grab this and copy it. So say we didn't want this here, or it wasn't there to begin with, right? But say then we did want one here. We would highlight what we wanted. You click this insert edit link. You paste your URL in there, right? Now the only thing here is to make sure when you're doing a link is that this open link in new window / tab. There's reasons why and why not you would check that. Okay, this is going clearly not to your website but somewhere else. It doesn't matter where else. The only thing is the only two things is it within your site or is it not? If it is not, you want to open link in new tab and window. So that means when it's clicked, a whole nother tab pops up. Okay? And if it's internal to the site, you want to make sure that this is unchecked because you do want it to open in the same window. Okay? So if it's within the site, unchecked. If it's going outside of the site, check it. Click add link. Boom, it pops up there. Okay? Now one thing that I've done is created these internal links to the doctors to their page. Okay? So we have this. We're going to highlight Dr. Rish's here. We're going to edit this link. Now this link, we can drag it over. We see that this is within your site. So we are not going to check this. Okay? That's just going to send you over to the veterinarian's page. Same for Dr. Rishis as Dr. Sullivan, Dr. Bowers, and anybody else that's in here. Okay? We change it. We change our links. Whatever we want to do. Save and exit. Okay? We went over everything else. If you make changes, make sure you click the blue update button. And you're watching this. This is like the hourglass. We go back over here and you would refresh it to see if there are any changes. Now just to go over the different links, you can see on the front end that they're the exact same color. You can't tell that they're programmed differently. But if we click the Iowa State link, see how it sends us to a new tab here? This one's still open. But if we click on Dr. Bowers here, and it's wrong. Fantastic. So I'm going to need to go fix that. So if we say, okay, so this link is not wrong, what we're going to do, I'm going to go over here, and we're going to go in here, we're going to find Dr. Bowers, and highlight her name. We're going to edit this link, right? Make sure that this is not checked. Now the cool thing here is if it's like this, and you do this, this is going to link you to pages within your site. So we're going to find the veterinarians page, and I always miss, oh, there it is, veterinarians, and we'll click update. And I bet you all of these are wrong because I changed the structure. So that is unchecked and that is correct, and we're going to veterinarians, update. Who else is in here? Dr. Sullivan. So highlight. We're going to edit this link. This is unchecked, and we're going to veterinarians, update. Okay, save and exit, update. Go over here, refresh. Pick Dr. Bowers, we go to that page, let's just check them all. Dr. Sullivan, it's good. And Dr. Rishis. Perfect. Okay. So that's how changing would work. A little mini lesson there. Alright. And the next page we have is our community. This is really straightforward. So we're going to go back to the main pages page. We're going to go to our community. We have a header and we have some content. It makes sense because we've got a header and we've got some content. I said ignore the header, but we can mess with this content here. So gray area, content, 3 little lines. Click. We go in here, we have an image, we know how to deal with this. We click edit. You can replace it. Upload file, choose from media library. Change this content like we know how. Change these links like we know how. And you're good. That's really it. Pretty straightforward page. Make changes, make sure you update. The next page is client love. Testimonials, right? This is easy because all it is content. So go to website pages. We go to client love. And these are actually spaced out and labeled appropriately, just to make your life a little easier, so you don't have to search through. So they're named these names here. We have the header, and we've got Bonnie and Jerry Van Loon here. And these are separated by dividers. Just ignore the dividers. All it's doing is this, and they're blue as an accent, okay? So you're just focusing on these testimonials. So if you click into them, it's just here to edit, right? So that's pretty easy. Now if you wanted to add more, what I suggest you do is add a new row, and you would click this. This means I want a full column with row. And then I would just click this button. This means clone this row, okay? So because it's blue and all that kind of stuff, it's really just easier if you clone it. And then you see how it changes to this. You can drag it to below the other one, right? And actually, now that I mention it, probably it's just easier to clone this one as well, just to make the setup easier. So we're going to clone this one, and we're just going to put them in between. Yeah, so, and so we can see here that this is a duplicate. So you click these three little lines. You don't change any of this. If you ever see this is clearly coding. It's this. You have a visual tab and a text tab, so it's visual and code really. But the visual tab is the one that acts like Microsoft Word, and you can come in here, you can make your changes. Okay, everything is set up exactly the same. Just make sure that you change your admin label when you change this testimonial, so that it is easy to see from here. But since we didn't really add anyone, we're going to erase those, and we're good. But since we have been making changes, make sure we update the front of the site, and we refresh, and all is well in the world. Okay? Gallery. Now the gallery is a little different, because this is actually pulling from Flickr. So we want to make sure that, or to get anything in here, you have to go through Flickr, which Dr. Bowers has set up, so it was easier for everyone to upload. You could do it from your phone. But let's go to website pages. Gallery. Yeah, so it's all in here because it's really not coming from WordPress. It's coming from Flickr. So click these three little lines. Gallery, which is the header, and then you have this weird looking thing. Don't mess with this weird looking thing, or this will go away. This in these brackets here, this is what we call a shortcode, and you have a component that's installed on your site that allows this shortcode to call. This is your Flickr ID number. So it's calling that channel, I guess, if you will, or that ID's photo stream. So it all just comes in here in a chronological order. But don't mess with this or it'll go away. We did not change anything, so we're not going to update. From gallery, we go to veterinarians. Now, the great part about this is our team, if we look, see, we go from veterinarians to technicians, we look up and down. We go to client care coordinators, we look up and down. Same with, I don't know how to say that, Makuita? Sure. Who knows? I'm an idiot. Okay. But if we look at them, they're all exactly the same. So we're going to go over a couple of them here and leave it at that because they all act exactly the same. Let's go into veterinarians. Okay. You see, this is set up to be really easy, and these admin labels are labeled appropriately. So we have our header, which is this here. This is also included in the header. All right. This is functionality that if you add another veterinarian or really another staff member, probably something we should go over one-on-one, because the functionality that allows this sliding to happen is not necessarily really complicated, but it takes a little more in depth than we're going to go in these videos. But that is definitely something we can cover in the one-on-one and then record so that you have that. So in the header, it's these two things. And then we've got Dr. Dale's image and Dr. Dale's biography. And it goes down that way, separated by that same divider. So ignore the divider. If you want to change the image, click those three little lines. Same here, click, edit, replace, upload a file, choose from your media library, and change. You can change here. You just type in there, right? We didn't change anything. The bio is the same way. I have it all set up the same, so their name is then bolded here just as a an aesthetic thing. Everywhere that Risius Family Veterinary Service is in the website in text, it is italicized and it's blue. I will get you what blue that is, but what you would do is you would highlight it, you would click the italic, you would drop this down, custom, oh there's the blue, 3A5A89. That is a hexadecimal code. I can explain what the hexadecimal code is in the one-on-one, but basically it's what tells digital devices to display what specific color, and it's a very specific. So to make that blue, your specific blue, and that's the specific blue from your logo, is 3A5A89. So you would highlight it, you would click italic, you would click this drop down, click custom, and you would type that into this with this hashtag here. Ignore this completely. Just type it in there, you click OK, and it would be blue, and you'd be good to go. The only other thing here are these links. Ignore the back to top. That's part of the functionality that we can go over. That's what makes it slide, but ignore it. Otherwise, we just have these the links here that we're comfortable with doing. So highlight, change edit, open new tab. You're good to go. All of them act exactly the same. All of them, all the veterinarians act exactly the same. All these listings. All the technicians, they look the same, they're set up exactly the same, so we don't need to go over those. Getting more into the meat of everything, we have the services, so we have a services landing page. If you come here, clearly we have a header, we've got some text, an image, some more text, and then we have some more of that functionality, that slider functionality, which, again, we'll go over one-on-one. It's not complicated, but it's a little more in depth than we'll go in these videos. So we're on the services page here. Alright, so we've got header, alright, we've got text, which is probably this right here, and then we have text, which is not, this is an image, so to change the admin label, we just change it there. And we have the bulleted list, which is this, right? These links, again, are part of the functionality. I wouldn't mess with these links. Talk to me about that, but you can change this content here, and we have some more text, which is this, and then we have this divider. Okay, then we go into the different services, which are easy to pick out. So we have preventative health care and an image, all pet care and an image, dental care. So they relate, they're separated by dividers. We're comfortable with that by now. I'm going to change an image. Again, you click on it. You click edit, you click replace, choose from your media library, or upload a file. Comfortable with that by now. The only other thing here is if we look at it on the home page, or on the actual page. Which one is this? Okay, we've got the all pages pet care here. So that one should be showing up because we have preventative health care. We'll make sure that button goes there. Let's go down to dental care. The dental care, we have an image, so we've got the image here. We know how to do it. We have this. This is another short code. Okay, see, we have these brackets, so I wouldn't mess with that. But if we go down to dental, that's this button here, and that's taking us to taking them to the dental page directly. Not all of the services. If we go to the services page, not all of these are in this list. Some of these can be described quickly, which we did here. Other ones need more in depth, like dental care. So you click that, it slides you down. You want to learn more, it takes you to that page, okay? And then if they want to get back, they can click that button. It takes them back to the services page. So all of these act exactly the same. So you want to change the image. We know how to change the image. Don't mess with the short code. But then if you want to change the content, don't worry about this little anchor thing. That's part of that functionality. We can talk about that. But if you want to change the content, this is where you would talk about it. Change whatever you want here. Again, don't touch this, part of that functionality. But they all look and act exactly the same, except for some of the images have that button and some of them don't, because not all those services have their pages. But we are at the end of video 2. We're going to jump right back in this in video 3.